Okay, so I finally figured out how to fix that issue. Yeah, it's a window capture. Well, let's get this thing running. Yep, it's fixed. Okay, gotta see if I can eliminate those borders. Because I'm gonna fix that border issue. And there. Now it should be good to go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Yep, we're officially ready. Let's do this.
Hi, I'm the previous night guard who worked in that office before you, so I'm here to tell you what you can expect to see during your week of working. Now, the animatronics have been known to roam around during the night. It's just their night mode, so don't go thinking that the place is haunted or anything. There is a problem where they might stuff you into a zoo, blah blah blah. Just don't worry. As long as you follow everything I say, you'll be fine. Now, you may have noticed there is a room right next to your office. That's the storeroom, which currently houses an older animatronic. Now, to keep them off, we have a disruptor. However, during the day, it's automatic, but at night, it's manual. It keeps the power bill low. So what you have to do is every now and then go into camera 8 and charge it up. Okay. And oh, you may have noticed that we supplied you with an empty Mr. Darl head. That's to fool the other characters into thinking you're an animatronic. Now, it's company policy to never mention the animatronics by name. But for your sake, I'll let you know who is who. Mr. Darl's the one in the tuxedo and top hat, Darla's the one in purple with the crown, and he is the one in white with the glasses. Alright, now that you're caught up, I think you should be fine. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, so why the hell is this stream here, basically? You're wondering. Yeah, this is gonna be my last stream for at least this year, because I gotta get my shit together. Because things just went really bad this week. Like, nasty bad. Basically, Jaden had the worst fucking crash of his life. Or I hope it's a crash show. If you're wondering how this all started, basically, basically, it, Jaden was basically having a chat with one of the R.G.A guys. I actually have a link. It's the person I ended up exposing, but basically they were talking about old stuff, and there was an NFW server for adults actually. And in one of those, there was something they posted on 2023 that basically had Isabella and Leopold having sex. My view on that is that yeah, no, actually it's fucked because Leopold is based off a real person. Though Jaden underneath that picture did say that that shit was wrong, and I won't do anything like that again, so. At least at that time, he actually seemed to understand that. And that was basically that at the time. In 2025, that person basically had that conversation with that from back in 2023. And Jaden actually defended that shit. Which I could see his point, like I could see what he was trying to do, and it would work if Leopold wasn't based off a real person. Like, once it's based on real people, it's basically CP, pretty much. There was no fucking way to defend this shit. So, in other words, he learned nothing. At all. And instead of basically, yeah, pretty much is what happened. He defended it and started a ball. Like it started a snowball rolling effect. Afterwards, one of the guys he's friends with, Carson, got exposed for being a groomer. And Jaden, instead of, doing the research to see if the allegation shit was actually true, he blindly defended Carlson, blindly without researching, and that the allegations were actually true, and that Jaden literally defended an actual pedophile. A groomer, too. Yeah, the reason why they're different words is because being a pedophile in itself isn't actually a crime. And the reason it's not is so those people can actually go to a mental institute and get help. While grooming is actually a crime. How it's basically sexual assault with minors. It's just fucked. But yeah, Jane blindly defended him and just completely made a fucking fool of himself. In fact, it was just your average crash out shit. It was gonna be your average shebang. Thing that goes around dealing with Jaden. And what he did afterwards is the stupidest shit of all time. He puts in a Discord server that he's a pedophile. I do not understand what the fuck was going in his head, but he did that. He literally sent his server. In fact, the image is up on Game Jolt from Raidery. So, that Jaden literally said he's a pedophile. So stupid. And afterwards, from that, he then basically could contact with everyone, all his friends, every single person that ever known him. He not only could contact, but he blocked them. Basically betraying every single person that has ever come in contact with him. Jaden is basically what got me actually invested to actually checking out the internet rather than seeing as a novelty. Oh yeah, Jaden, if you look at the R.G.A wiki, he's been here since 2008. It was actually before I even made a YouTube account, or even got inspired to make one from another guy. That, interesting enough, I was exposed in another stream to be a piece of shit that wants to hide the past and treats his whole fan base like shit. Oh yeah, you wonder why the other guy, his modern videos are completely different from the old one? Yeah, it's cause he basically slipped down under the rug. Because he's a piece of shit as well. And the consequences, phone call first.
One thing I forgot to mention is that the animatronics become more aggressive with each coming night. So.
Hold on, I know there's something wrong with the stream. Hold on. I know what's going on. Hold on. Alt enter. Because I'm gonna find out why it's so zoomed in. Like, it shouldn't be this zoomed in now. Oh. Okay, great. Soft locked. Yeah, like it has a weird zoom in effect. Just hold on for a sec. I'm gonna get rid of that zoom in effect. Okay, time to do a zoom in effect. Like, I'm gonna fix the zoom in shit. Hold on. Now this should fix the zoom. Alright, moment of truth. And it's fixed, right? Let's find out.
Hey! Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that the animatronics become more aggressive with each coming night. Um, so. Anyway, at the end of the week, locations are gonna begin shutting down. We don't know when this location will be closed, so keep that in mind. All right, that's enough for tonight. Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, it seems to be something with the game itself. Like it cannot handle full screen at all. I mean, you at least get to see enough. The only thing you're really missing is the camera down button. That's literally the only thing it doesn't show. Everything else it does show, so at least we're good there. But going back, yeah, Jane did that. And there's no fucking way in hell he's gonna be able to come back from that. Like, it's just dead. And like I've noticed, like literally he's what basically got me to actually try the internet and stuff. So seeing this shit, I just feel dead. And after this stream, I'm just gonna be off the internet. I'm going to be off the internet for the rest of the year until next year where I'll get my shit together and eventually start streaming again. Or make those song videos or any other projects. You know, it's just so wrong. Like, literally most of my years in the internet are just gone now. I just feel pissed and depressed. Hell, back on Friday, I literally cried in the car coming back from work at night. So wrong, so fucking wrong. Fortunately, we're not fully out of the woodworks yet, cause, well, I've got something interesting actually. What was it about? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think I'm trying to remember. Fuck, what was it? Just think of something. Oh yeah, the results of the Jane thing. So, the consequence of what Jane did recently, basically, his fan game, Fans at the R.G.A Studios, is completely dead. And in case any of you say, oh, but Ray and the team are gonna finish the series and stuff, or at least the fifth game. No, they're not. Or I don't think so. Because before Jane revived Five Nights at the R.G.A Studio 4 rebranded, Ray was actually in charge of that game, and for a year straight, literally no progress was made at all. Eventually, Five Nights at the R.G.A Studio 4 was completely cancelled, and that's it. It was just dead until Jaden eventually revived the entire project. So, no, I do not think they're going to finish Five Nights at the R.G.A Studio Rem 5. Plus, the original plan for a series was always 4 rebranded games. The fifth game will be a 2.0, which already exists, called Five Nights at the R.G.A Studio 5 Remastered. That's literally what the fifth game was planned to be. The only thing really missing is Five Nights at the R.G.A Studio 6 Part 2, and that'll be the whole series. Well, Not anymore. In fact, everything's just canon now. It's so fucking wrong. So wrong. So many people hurt by all this. And you know what's the worst part? All this was completely preventable. Because back in 2022, there was a Russian guy by the name of Daniel TV Man who basically is a friend of mine. I guess I'll put it like this. The way I see friends and stuff is like this. If you don't backstab me, or like you're actually willing to learn from your shit that you did was wrong, you want to be a better person, we'll stay friends as long as you get your shit together. If you just repeat the same bad behavior over and over again and no sign of improvement or anything, we're done. But yeah, Daniel TV Man, back in Daniel TV Man back in 2022 basically groomed. And he rightfully got canceled for it. And I basically made it straight with him, hey, this is wrong. What you did was wrong. Okay? You literally groomed a friend of mine. Yeah, I asked you to evict them. Both of them are my friends. I was like, no dude, this is fucking wrong. You need to get help, get off the internet, and get your shit together. And he actually listened. He actually got his shit together, went to a mental institute and actually got help for his shit. He recovered so well, he actually ended up making a 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 version of Finance at the R.G.A. Studio 3 rebranded mobile ports. 1.2 is unfortunately lost media, but the rest of the versions you can find them in the 3.0 archive. Jaden could have done the same thing as him, but he didn't. Okay. Jaden could have done the same thing as Daniel, but he didn't. At all.
Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they would normally move on to other things. Yeah. And anyway, nothing much changes tonight. I was informed that we will be closing 4 days from you hearing this. Yeah, so I gotta go. Those characters are getting fast. Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, so like Jane could do the same thing, but no. Just throw away, not even willing to improve himself. So going back to Daniel, yeah, he actually finished that. And in fact, during the Finesse Flow revival, he actually was making an Android port for that game. Well, until Jane became a piece of shit. And that got canned. Until eventually Mobile did come out from Lawrence Studio instead. Yeah, he was always a pain he has to work with, but at least he wasn't this fucking horrible. It's just hard to believe that Jane backstabbed everyone that ever came in contact with him. So goddamn hard. Yeah, he did. If you're wondering how Daniel's doing right now, he's actually just enjoying his life in Russia. I think his channel uses that stuff, but that hasn't been posted for I think I think like 2 or 3 years now. Like that channel's dead. Like he actually just understood, hey, the internet wasn't cut out for him, so he's just doing stuff in the real world. And that's that. In fact, AG Sun Guy is actually doing a bit better as well. Well, truth be told, if you're from the finesse server, I'm sure you're probably curious about her most recent ban. I think though it was like a month or two ago. It wasn't. It was like way after that Ronald drama, where it was a shadow ban because they just didn't want to take chances anymore. Which wouldn't be a problem, except me and a guy had actually planned on keeping an eye on her, making sure at least to give her one more chance, but Lauren instead went behind both of our backs. So yeah, even Lauren's giving me some vibes. Like, not good vibes at all. Going back on that. So here's what I'm planning to do. After the stream, I'm just gonna get my shit together. Then next year, I'm gonna finish whatever remains. And then afterwards, as a hobby, eventually make my own version of finesse. But actually good. Maybe I'm thinking of like getting that Angry Birds game together too. Could be like a weird collab. Angry Birds and R.G.A. Or it could just straight up be fan fiction. I think about it. Actually, no, I don't need the R.G.A. characters because they're all based on real people. Yeah, fuck no. I'll instead make it like Five Nights at Angry Birds combined with Gina's Family Diner. Yeah, that's a better game. That's eventually gonna be my final plan. Oh yeah, if you're wondering about FNF, yeah, there's a guy goes by the name It's Cats. Original one by Furia. Do not trust her. Because even though she supposedly won the drama, that video is mysteriously unlisted, so that person's hiding shit. Wouldn't be surprised if that person's part of that OG trauma. If you want, I'll still be active on Discord, but YouTube, yeah, I'm slowly phasing out of it. So many bad people on the internet these days. So many monsters. And none of you marketing help to at least try and be decent people. And actually be sorry for your shit. God, it's so wrong. So that's that. Hey, on the right side, there might be a future game. A cool game from a YouTuber named Sonic Fan Club Gaming. He's actually also the victim of the Daniel grooming thing. Actually, same person. He's in the process of making a fan game, and it's a unique style. I think it's gonna come out being really good. Trust me, you guys like it. Like, really like it. In fact, that's probably gonna be my next Strain fan game, because yeah, I just want more from some NAS. Yeah, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Sonic Fan Club fan game will be what I play first. Then,
Hey, listen, I don't have long to record this. I need to be quick. This is my last call. It's close to 6 a.m. on my end. After it's over, I'm done with night shifts. Goodbye.
okay, going back. Yeah, basically I'll just play that fan game. Because Finesse, I'm gonna be real, Finesse is basically gonna die. Pretty much. There's just no future. Like, it already happened multiple times. And Jay is just, Jay this time is definitely not gonna come back. Like, just no. So yeah, it'll be like up to me. There won't be me AGK, it'll just be Gina's combined with Angry Birds. Since there's strangely no Angry Birds FNAF fan game, so that can work. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah. When I eventually do come back from my end of the year break, I'm teaming up with PlayStation Presents to make the 4.0 version of FNAS Archive. Let's just say Jane has a long history of dramas, especially a really bad one from back in 2016 when you had Google Plus, which was basically public. And on that public page, he basically posted porn when he knew full well that everyone in that Google Plus that checked it out were all minors. He also had it linked to another website, which I'm not gonna mention because I know at the moment I mention it, he's gonna take it down because he's a coward. I still have a couple images from that Google Plus, and I managed to download all the images from that other website. So in other words, I got some real shit on him. And if it's probably just, I don't know, I'm probably just trying to please him. Maybe by the end of the year, I'll probably give Jane, at least one chance to see if he's getting shit together and stuff. But if by the end of the year, he's still the same crap, yeah, I'm gonna put those images and stuff as part of the expose, because that archive, yeah, I wanna make sure he doesn't do that shit again. I wanna talk about, like, I got an entire document from the other people. And in fact, one of the guys that was from the NSFW server for Shutdown shared me some images. I have those images. I'm gonna put them as part of the expose. So yeah, you can say I got Jaden or PVMATKV who's been a balls. It's gonna be fun exposing that fucker if he doesn't. It was just a bad week for everyone. That's the truth. Just a really bad week. And if by the end of the year he keeps his demeanor, he'll never be able to get a job again. With the expose and shit. Who knew the person you could look up to could be so fucking disgusting? And again, all this could have been prevented. He could have been like Dano, actually get help and become a better person. And be able to help people again. No. Jane's too fucking narcissistic. Hell, both of his community posts are deleted now, but... Okay, how do I put this? After he deleted everything stuff, when he re-archived his channel again, the first post he made, he fully blamed Carson. He fully blamed Carson for ruining his life. Even though, no, Jaden, you ruined it yourself. Then in the second post, he said good luck to Ray for Fast 5 and stuff. And then later on he uploaded a video where he calls Finesse Fan fags for ruining everything. The video is called The End, which is hypocritical because the person that eventually got you cancelled, Jaden, was from R.G.A community, not Finesse. And also shows just how much of a prick you are. You have no more supporters because everyone knows you're full of shit now. You giant piece of shit, Jaden. And if you want to reach from the dirt, yeah, in 2016 when I Go Plus, yeah, I had a public website on Go Plus where he basically showed porn minors. Fucked up shit. Multiple minors. Oh, and also multiple sexual innuendos with either Leopold or Leonard. Which, it's bad if they were fictional kids, but actually, yeah, no, I think it's still bad because those videos are public, not 18 plus only. And what makes it even worse is that those two are based off of real life people, which makes it illegal, like actually illegal. Christ.
You have no messages.
The reason why I have this stance, at least like, oh, if no real children are involved, or if nothing's based off real children, then it's just adults being kinky, is because I have this philosophy that if no real people are in risk of getting hurt, that's cool. Because if we try to go for a more, you just ban everything, it's not gonna work out. Just look up prohibition or the war on drugs, which the government stuff tried going after people making it illegal. Like, hey, you can hurt yourself as well. And the government trying to help people actually ended up getting way more people addicted to drugs or alcohol, which could have all been prevented if the government understood that if no one's getting hurt, then it's cool. And in case you ask, no. Children or people under the age of consent, and especially under the age of 18 if the other person is an adult as well. If the other person is an adult as well, cannot consent to sexual activities. Okay? Because that minor is still in school, and the other one has a job. And the power dynamics allow the person with a job to pretty much do whatever they want with the minor. Not just power dynamics, but also just mentally and physically as well. Pure evil. And while I'll say that, you know, it's morally wrong if it's lowly, at least it's not real children. Like, once it's real children, that's way too far. Way too far. And like, you have to get off the internet and get it. So that's that. Oh, and to at least give good things to look up to, the channel isn't permanently dead, it's just in a hiatus. Like, I will eventually come back next year. Don't know when, but I know it's gonna happen. Eventually. Interesting thing, this game actually has many games when you die, but it's so easy you just never die, pretty much. Yeah. To talk about good things and nothing depressing. I'm getting into the poker scene. Like, I'm learning how to play poker and might appear in some tournaments. However, I also been checking a game called Def Jam Fight for New York. You might see some online matches of that game. Cool compare scene from small community. Actually, Now that I think, I don't think I even need the Angry Birds. I think with their Gina cast and also with scrap characters from Jaden Quest, I can actually just make the games with just that. That'll be interesting to see. In the future. Eventually I'm gonna go back to making FNF songs as well. And maybe play some games here and there. And that's that. You know, at least if something good did come out of this, is that yeah, I'm just using it a lot less because I guess you can say I basically have PTSD now. Because anytime that I'm using the internet, the thought of PTM kicks in. And it just feels so wrong using the internet. But at least in the process, it killed my internet addiction. And also my own porn addiction is also basically dead. So, hey, something good came out of it. I want to make it very clear. Nothing is cancelled, everything is just paused. And that's the full jingle. Alright, time for night 6. The maximum of the game. Don't worry, I have something planned. Planned for the end of the stream. You guys find it cool. Don't worry. It's really... It's really good stuff. A song from one of my favorite video games. One of my favorite video games of all time, actually. No. The reason why I specifically picked two specifically today for the stream is because today's oh yeah, Windows 10 is officially dead. No more support, so maybe the future stream might be on Windows 11. It's done there for so long and now it's just gone. I don't know what life it had. Yeah, they're aggressive. Like, really aggressive. Touch America or any of these games and stuff got archived out, so at least that's cool. Yeah, Darl's is impressive. Holy shit. Right, 4 a.m. Oh, yeah. Another one reason why I'm playing this game is because this was the first fan game I ever beaten. 100% actually. So it's a good game to go back to at least do reflex checks. At least do reflex checks. Keep them straight. The reflexes. Persona View, I saw those um, interesting posts um, about that community. Well, other community. Look up detransition or the Kinsey syndrome or John Money or who Harry was. Yeah, turns out that movement is just sinister as fuck. I'm not gonna say a name since I know YouTube will instantly destroy the video. Yeah, I won't say because if I say the name of it, YouTube will just destroy the video. Just bad. So that's that. I guess one more thing to talk about is that console generations are just yeah, $200 fines. That shit sucks. I guess one more thing I'll say is that my content joke. Like, the PS5 still has no games. Xbox has no games. And the Switch 2 basically has nothing that the Switch 1 offers better than the Switch 1. And the few exclusives it does have, it's just way too expensive. Like, honestly, at most, a game should be $60 if it's pre-order and everything. Or if the game is one of the greatest things ever, $60. Or if it's pre-order, also $60. If it's normal, the game should be $40. If it's an old game, $20. And yeah, that's basically that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stick to just PC gaming. And also reviewing older games. Free time. Mr. Darl. And then there's silver though. Just like, yeah, bigger Darl. I think it's like a spring suit actually, because of how the eyes are working. It's probably a spring suit. Even the bow tie is more unique. So yeah, that's probably the case. Oh yeah, actually he is a spring suit. Yeah, this is where Henry, the orange guy, died in. Henry Miller. Or in this game, I think he uses a fake name, Aaron Fett or something like that. Jump scare warning. Now for the music. Now, I got something really cool before this stream is over. I think you're all gonna like. What? Trust me, guys, you're gonna like it. And that was the music. If you're wondering what I played, it's called For Faith from Yakuza 4. Very cool game. thank you for this amazing journey, and I hope everything goes well for you guys. See you all next year. Before then, I'll put the music. It should be in the reply section. Yeah, there it is. Should be in the comments. Again, thank you for stream, and I hope things go better for all of you as it can go for me. Goodbye and good night, everyone. You know what? Nah, I'm actually going to play it again. goodbye and good night, everyone. Peace.